Make sure you check out every moment of this episode. You don't want to miss a second. What's up, UHS Horror fans? It's me, Louie, here today in the studio. We're filming the first test episode. Actually, this is the second test episode for Locksmith Lounge with Louie. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. We're going to be bringing this to you guys on a monthly basis, trying to repeat this, keeping it going. Lots of educational stuff coming to you from our guests, locksmiths, as well as other security professionals in the world, trying to get the top most mentioned names, as well as people who mean a lot to us here at UHS, so that you guys can learn and get educated with us as we talk about really great topics going on in the world right now for locksmiths and security professionals. Our first guest today, actually it's going to be our second guest once again, is going to be Jose Gutierrez, a great friend of UHS, a really great sales associate here, and we welcome him here right now, actually. So let's check out the episode. Come with me, guys. So this is going to be our second test episode. Today we're going to have a really wonderful guest, a really close friend of UHS. He actually works here in the building, one of the major components of our sales team, Mr. Jose Gutierrez. He happens to be a locksmith himself, a very educated and well-versed person. Come on into the show, Jose. Welcome, man. How you doing today?
Hey, brother. How you doing? Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you on the first episode of the Locksmith Lounge with Louie. If you don't know, everybody else is going to find out too. This is going to be a show we're going to be bringing all kinds of really important people like yourself and all kinds of informational things here so we can talk about them and educate the locksmiths, let them know what's going on with the future of the business as well as what's going on right now. Anything that you want to get into right now? I guess we can talk about you as a locksmith. How long have you been, being a locksmith, really?
I've been doing it for about 9 years. I started in 2010. Started actually only doing automotive. Then about 2-3 years after, I started to get into the residential commercial side of it. So I actually do all three now.
That's pretty dope. What's the catalyst that got you from moving from one to the other?
I mean, for me, it was, if I'm already doing vehicles, why not, be all around and get into the commercial world, residential world as well. And, there's pretty good money and profits when it comes to commercial, residential locksmith.
Right. And when it comes to the commercial side of things, that's like you knowing people, like finding major clients. Like, how do you get yourself into that actual commercial aspect of things?
Well, honestly, what got me more into it is I started working for a company and they hired me only for vehicles, but I said, hey, I want to learn everything else, being that I see that this company does it all for my future, obviously.
Right.
And for me, the more I learn, the better it is, the more experience I have and, the more knowledge, which knowledge is always great. Yeah. So I definitely got into that and I enjoy it. I'm always changing things around my house and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? I definitely want to do this. And, I enjoy doing that work. I have a couple of customers like hotels and stuff like that to where it's good. It's good business.
That's good, man. And, what kind of tools do you usually use and how do you keep yourself up to date on all this stuff? Like, how do you know what next to get into, what the new trends are going to be? How do you keep yourself fully on on board with everything?
I mean, there's always new stuff coming out every year. I feel like it's really hard for one person to know everything, but right. The more you see it, the more you get familiarized with it, the more it helps you, on that next job or on the next venture, whatever that job might be. So to me, I'm a very fast learner and I like to learn all kind of things. So it was really easy for me to actually get it. I remember when I first started, to me, I didn't even know how to rekey a lock. I was like, wait, what is this? And with time doing the rekeys, I've even remembered the pins, Sledge 240 is a number 5, things like that. Yeah. So
stuff just sticks after a while. You get used to it. It becomes like secondhand knowledge.
Right. It just sticks. Man. And I mean, obviously it depends on the person, but when you want to learn something, you will.
All right. I'm gonna jump straight into something here. We're gonna call it our 5 W's. We're just going to go through like the who's, what's, when's, and where's and why's of your life real quick and your actual professional business. So okay. I guess my first question for you is going to be, who is your greatest influence and your help in your journey as a professional?
I mean, I want to say probably I have two people that I appreciate a lot, and it was the two that basically taught me this industry. First one, a lot of people might know him. He taught me the automotive world. Bobby Keel.
Okay. Yeah.
Great guy. He's known around there in the locksmith industry.
I'm
He
sure lots of people
actually,
know that name.
yeah, he actually taught me locksmithing for automotive. Great technician. And then a good friend of mine is like a brother, Amir Elong. He's known around there as well. He taught me commercial residential to where obviously it's helped me in my life. So I appreciate them and admire them a lot.
Yeah, man. All this knowledge gets you lots of business, I'm sure. That's really
Exactly.
great. All right, so second question is going to be here. When was the first time you felt successful as a business owner?
Honestly, I want to say the first time I was felt that success was, I remember when I first opened my business, I was very worried. I guess as a human, you get worried, like, oh,
Yeah,
how about if it
that's a lot of
doesn't
risk.
work out?
Yeah,
I'm coming from
I
a
understand.
company steady paycheck, and I'm going out to venture out, and I felt that accomplishment that first week that I was out on my own, and I actually saw that I generated probably 3 times more than what my check was at that time.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, this is definitely something great.
That's awesome. That's great, man. I mean, it's cool to see that, somebody can be successful with something that they try and it's new. Like, it's really cool to see, people get the ability to really put the risk in. It's a lot of risk in like starting anything new, any kind of new business venture. It's terrifying. So
Right.
Congrats to you, man. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Where have you traveled to learn or educate? And what was the best or worst location you visited for work?
I mean, I've traveled many places for work: Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey. I've been to Los Angeles. I'm not Los Angeles. I'm sorry, Las Vegas.
Okay.
So
I love Las Vegas.
who doesn't? But yeah, I mean, probably the worst place. I can't say any worse place really. I want to say maybe, let's say Lancaster, because it's kind of deserted and very cold at times.
Okay,
so,
yeah, I can see that.
I don't like the cold weather anymore.
I got you, bro. That's cool, man. Any place you want to call the best you've ever been to? Most fun?
I mean, for work or for fun?
For whatever works. I mean, first you work and then fun comes after.
Right?
So
yeah.
you can't mix them together.
Play harder.
I got you. Anywhere specific? Vegas was good?
Vegas was great. I always love
right.
Vegas, but my number one place to travel, honestly, is Dubai.
Right.
I didn't go there for work, but
right.
Amazing place. Definitely recommend everyone to visit. It's
right.
really nice. You feel safe. It's really dope.
I'm sure. I mean, it sounds amazing. I'd love to go someday for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. It's going to be, how do you keep yourself knowledgeable on all these many facets and emerging technologies? We kind of covered this before, but
yeah.
your best set.
The good thing is I work at UHS, so
okay. Yeah.
I stay on top of everything, all the new items that we receive, every upcoming item and stuff like that. And
would you say UHS, like the website, is a good place to get a lot of information about new technologies, or maybe it's talking to the staff? Like, how do you think yourself? How do you find this stuff?
I feel our website has good technology, not technology, but information. A lot of our stuff, thanks to your videos, we have videos at the bottom, and we nice. Give them some information. But a lot of times also I do go and speak to the purchasing department if there's anything new coming out, or good thing is having a customer base as well. A lot of customers, if they hear about it before me, then they'll let me know, hey, have you heard about this? This is coming. I'm hearing about this. And now I start to investigate and see exactly what it is.
Are there any kind of like news sources or like websites you go to at all, or like even like forums or blogs that you check out? Anything that even like an idea that you might have? Maybe we should have something on the UHS website. That does that stuff.
A forum would be something really cool. That's definitely going to be informative for these locksmiths out there. So that's something definitely that we should probably look into. But as for me, I don't really have a website. The great thing is I have a really good friendship and connection with my friend Bobby, as I spoke about him before, to where he's always one phone call away for me. And not only that, he's always great to let me know these new items coming out or something new that he just discovered. And, he always keeps me informed. So I had the privilege to, have that.
Yeah, it's good to have like a really knowledgeable person in your pocket. That's really
Right.
cool, man. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's going to be, how do you keep yourself? That's not right. The next one's going to be, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in your pro career? As far as like being a locksmith, embarrassing locksmith situation, I'll say. Not like you lost your pants or something.
Right. Yeah. We won't get to that. Honestly, I want to say probably the most embarrassing thing for me. It really hasn't been anything drastic, but embarrassing more for myself to where maybe something that should have took me 15, 20 minutes to do actually gets complicated and turns into an hour and a half, something to that extent. But thank God, as of now, nothing embarrassing in front of a customer or anything to that extent.
No full failures.
Yeah, no full failures. Thank God.
Okay, good. Congrats. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
That's good. All right, so I guess we can move on from there and just head on over to, I guess, a little bit more of an overview of you. Like, do you feel still as passionate now about your work that you're doing as a locksmith as you did in the beginning? Like, is it still just as exciting for you every day you do this, or like, is it
I do.
just old news?
I love it. I love it. I definitely do. I enjoy what I do, and honestly, I don't see me moving away from it. You know, it's something when you enjoy what you do. And there's good money, it's always a happy place. You know, you're always happy to go to work or get it done because, you know, you love what you do.
What were you doing before you started doing locksmith work?
I mean, before I started doing locksmith work, I did a lot of different things, sales. Mainly, my main thing I did is sales more than anything. Which sales is great in the locksmith industry because now you know how to sell the product. Exactly. So most of the time I have been in sales all my life. I mean,
a lot of locksmithing as well as sales, because you got to get them to understand why they want that more expensive key, or why they want to spend the extra money on the extra this and that and the other. You know,
correct.
You got to upsell constantly. That's
high security lock as to a standard lock. You know,
you don't want that piece of crap. You want this. You know, so it all makes sense. You know, you're a great salesman, I'm sure, from the start. So
yes,
that's why you work here and you're a leader. So I get it, man.
Exactly.
What are the most used machines or programmers that you have in your collection? Like, what do you go to the most to get work done?
What I go to the most is IM 508. I own a 508, but 508, 608, same programmer, just 608 does diagnostics. That's the only difference. But when it comes to car programming, they both do the same. That's really my go-to. My second go-to is Auto ProPad.
Okay. Another really great programmer, really good stuff. How about for your commercial or residential stuff?
Commercial residential stuff, honestly, the most important tool is a screwdriver, pliers. that's literally
having
it.
Your wits about you, right. I got you. Any specific type of lock picks that you use over others for decoding and that kind of stuff?
Honestly, HPC picking tools are standard. You know, the rake is my favorite. That's the one I use the most. But nowadays with leashes around, because, you know, when I first started, there weren't any leashes. They didn't exist. And now you have the KW1 leashy, SC1 leashy, to where it's going to help you pick those things, you know, really easy. So,
are you good at leashing at all, or is it something you have any experience with?
I honestly,
dabble.
I want to say I'm a beginner. I started late with that, you know, but I have practiced it, and honestly, I have accomplished it no problem. Obviously, practice makes perfect. I know once I start using them more frequently, I'll definitely get it.
I'd like to get, you know, a lot more knowledge on that myself, a little more hands-on. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it seems like if you get it right, you can be incredibly powerful and quick about this stuff. So
100%.
It's a really cool thing. When it comes to your actual tool collection, what would you say, like, how many altogether do you have, and what is the tool that you've had to replace the most?
Honestly, let's see. I mean, I love the car lockout kit. You know, it's easy money. It's fast, and they last long. But I don't want to say I have replaced that. I mean, honestly, I want to say my Allen keys are the most I've had to replace, because lots of times I'll leave them at a site.
Drop them.
Drop them, leave them at a site. Oh my God, I lost them again. So yeah,
you know. So yeah, keep a lot of affordable Allen keys on hand. That's
Please.
It's a good thing to say. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump to our next portion of the show. Just keep it brief here. Okay. So now that we are done going through you as Jose, the dude who does what he does. Let's go ahead and get into a nice fun game. If I'm not mistaken, you are Dominican, correct?
Correct.
All right, dope. So I got a little fun quiz for you here about some food, about fun, and about shoes, things I know that you love personally. I've seen your shoe collection. It's pretty dope. So let's check this out. I mean, you'd say yourself you're a sneakerhead, right?
Yes, 100%.
All right, so let's go ahead and just run through this full quiz right here. We're going to call it DR Shoes and Food Quiz. All right. Okay. All right, so the first question we have up here is going to be, what is the name of the famous Dominican corn pudding dessert? A. Majarete. B. Flan de maíz. C. Arepa dulce. D. Mazamorra.
That is going to be A. Majarete.
Let's see if that's right. Ding, ding, ding. Looks like you are correct. Way to go. That is a first right answer. We're going to have to put 200 points on the screen. Yes. I'm not sure how many points you're going to get for that, but you're winning. Way to go. All right. Name the Dominican dish from fried green plantains usually served with fried salami and cheese. A. Monfongo. B. Sancocho. C. Mangu. Or D. Moro.
It's going to be C. Mangu.
All right. Someone knows his good flavors. Dominican pride in the house. Way to go, Jose.
That's right.
How much do you know all these dishes? You've eaten every one of these things?
I have, actually. Mofongo is the same thing, but it's the Puerto Rican version.
Yeah, it is the Puerto Rican version. It's hilarious. Yes. I saw a couple things, saying that mofongo is a Dominican dish as well. I think it's hilarious. I also love sancocho. That's something I used to have with my grandma all the time. Yep. So that's pretty dope. All right. Let's see. This might be one of the last ones about the Dominican Republic, so let's see what's about. Which fruit is commonly used to make a beverage called moril? Oh, sorry, I said it wrong. Moril soñado. Soñando. There you go.
You got
A,
it.
Mango. B, orange. C, pineapple. D, papaya.
That's going to be B, orange.
Hey, let's see. Hey, you're right. Way to go. That's another point in the books. We got our crowd going wild back here. Way to go. We're going to put more points on the board for Jose and move on to the next question. Let's see if we can keep this streak going. What is the primary ingredient in a classic martini? A, whiskey. B, rum. C, gin. Or D, vodka.
I'm going to have to go with C, gin.
All right, let's see what it is. C, gin. If you've got a drink on hand, Jose, let's go ahead and cheers to that. Way to go, buddy. Let's go on to our next one and get Jose those points. The Bloody Mary, which queen is the cocktail name associated with? A, the Queen Mary the First of Scotland. B, Queen Mary the Second of England. C, Queen Mary the First of England. Or D, Queen Mary of Teck.
You got me on this one, but I believe it's C. I believe it's C.
Let's see if you did it. Hey, you're killing it, man. Way to go. All right. Someone's winning. All right, let's go on to the next question. All right, name the famous Italian restaurant in Miami known for its high-end dining and celebrity sightings. A, Il Gabbiano. B, Casa Tua. C, Scarpetta. D, Cipriani.
Well, honestly, I want to know this so I can go now because I haven't been. But something tells me it's B.
All right, let's find out. Hey, you are killing it, man. This is great. All right, let's go on to the next one. It looks like we did a great quiz for you. You're killing it here. All right, which South Florida city is known for its annual Garlic Fest, celebrating all things garlic? A, Fort Lauderdale. B, Miami. C, Delray Beach. Or D, Boca Raton.
Lucky guess here. A, Fort Lauderdale.
Let's see. Looks like you are off on that one. It's C, Delray Beach. We're going to have to check that out this year. You like Italian food?
Well, I do.
Sounds delicious. All right, Garlic Fest. I've never heard of that place. Okay, what's up next? What year did the first Nike Dunk model release? A, 1985. A, 1982. B, 1985. C, 1988. Or D, 1990.
I want to say it was B, 1985.
Let's find out if that is correct. Hey, killing it, man. Jeez. All right, only one off on all of these. Let's see what we got here. Which designer is the mastermind behind the Off-White brand? A, Virgil Abloh. B, Kanye West. C, Alexander Wang. Or D, Raf Simons.
So easy. It's A.
It is A. Killing it. This is good trivia for you, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. Which first edition sneaker was banned by the NBA for having what colorway?
I already know.
Oh, let's see it. Go ahead.
It's C.
C, Jordan 1, black and red. Way to go. You know your shoe knowledge, man. Way to go.
Thank you.
All right, next up. What is the nickname of the teal blue Nike Dunk SB Low made with the help of a famous diamond supply company?
A, Tiffany.
Let's find out. Correct. Way to go. Killing it. Killing it. And I think that's it. That's the end of our quiz. You have a pretty close to perfect score there. I think you missed only one. So that's dope, man. Way to go. You are so far killing it. As far as our guests have gone, you have the highest score of any of them so far. We're going to put you on the board as one of the champions of the lounge. So way to go for that. I think next we're going to move on to our next portion of the show where we're going to discuss the future of locksmithing, things that are coming up, things that we should be concerned about, or ideas that we should be, ready to accept or, fight against, I guess, as locksmiths.
Right.
Anything that you are currently seeing or looking at or worried about yourself or, think that we should be prepared for?
I mean, honestly, one, I think, true problem that we're having, and I'm talking about all locksmiths, is the situation with the GM and Fords and stuff getting more difficult on the 2023s, 21s. Right. There's not really any other programmer right now doing it unless it's the dealer tool, which can be expensive. So we're hoping that at some point Autel
so this is the CanFD is the thing you're discussing, correct?
Well, the CanFD is helping with the Auto Pro Pad to program these newer ones, but a lot of them is hit or miss, where it's programming, let's say 80% of them, but there's still that 20% gap to where there's going to be this 1-2 vehicles that is not going to program and it's only dealer tool.
And is that because of the dealers themselves, or is that because of changes in the way that the tools work, or because of servers, yada, 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 or what would you say?
That's the dealers themselves. They're not giving access to the servers. They're making it more difficult because obviously they want the customer to go directly to them.
Of course.
So basically they're just trying to make it more difficult. All car manufacturers are trying to get like Mercedes to where they want everyone to go to them. So
right. It's almost impossible to make their keys.
Right.
I understand completely. All right, and you see that as being like the biggest issue on the front currently, as far as what locksmiths are dealing with right now.
Currently,
I personally know that there are lots of CanFD things that were working. I had a couple of videos on some, and then they just stopped working suddenly. I mean, that in itself is one issue. But then the idea that they're making new cars with even harder systems to get into. More like it's like when the alarm goes off and you're completely locked out and you can't touch anything, the car shuts down basically.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Right.
Any other specific issues with the new GMs? Like, is it Chevy more or Ford more? Who would you say is?
It's both, really. It's both. They're really both cutting down. And I've heard a trick. I'll just let you guys know. Like when it comes to these newer Fords and you're getting into the bypass and all of that, there has to be complete silence in the vehicle. No cell phones in the vehicle as well. That can interrupt it to where it won't do the programming.
Do you need to have like a Faraday bag and keep all the keys in a Faraday bag as well? Like, do you have to just like complete radio silence?
It'll be a lot easier. Complete radio silence. I mean, I even had a customer of mine tell me he walks into the vehicles with tape to cover the speaker. I even had another customer tell me something about the Bluetooth being connected. And since the Bluetooth was connected and the customer's son was like close to the vehicle while he was trying to program, it wouldn't take the key until they disconnected that Bluetooth and then it actually programmed.
And so are these like safe things that they put like firewalls to keep people from doing the programming, or is it just like a more complicated sensitive system that freaks out when anything's happening?
I think it's just a more complicated and sensitive system, or they're basically putting it like a firewall to where until you don't realize it, you won't be able to program this key.
Or maybe you're supposed to like disconnect the one of the secondary systems, one of like, the driver assist systems. That seems like it should be something like that. So that's crazy. So cool. Thank you for letting us know about that. That's pretty amazing. All right. So I guess that we're good on that right now. That was a really great point. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now we're going to move into our keys to success. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this first. Plugs and pitches. Anything that you want to plug right now? Anything that you want to pitch? Any new things going on at work? Anything you want to discuss? Push your locksmithing company? Anything you want to do?
No, not really. I mean, obviously, what I say to me, just watch out with those new Hondas. Also, those new Hondas. I did find out that Triton cutting machine is probably the only one cutting that Honda blade right now.
Okay, and that's like what kind of
The new Honda Civics, Honda Accords, they come with a new test blade. It's all stainless steel blade, to where no machine out there right now is cutting it. The only one cutting it right now is the Triton with an additional jaw.
And it's because of the type of cuts, or because of the material?
It's because of the material of the blade. The blade is stainless steel, so
it's difficult to cut stainless steel.
Yeah. So
normally keys are made of like a copper.
Correct.
Okay.
Something to like copper mixed with like brass or something like that.
Okay.
So now the new ones are going to be all stainless steel, where it's a very hard emergency blade, and you would need to purchase a new cutter and a new jaw to do these keys.
Wow. All right. Well, that seems like a lot to do. So good to know. So everybody's going to be coming out with a new addition, I'm sure, for each machine to handle that. But right now, Triton does have a setup to do that.
Triton has it right now.
It comes with it with the Ultimate Edition, or which edition of that device comes with that?
It's an option. So basically, you would have you would have to purchase the Triton, and then it's an optional like package of the jaw and the blade that you would need.
Not even like the Ilco machines, none of those laser cutters, none of those can do it either?
Nope. At the moment, no one else has told us anything but Triton.
Wow. Okay. Also good to know. That's really great. Great points, man. You're doing a great job over here. Okay, I guess now we can move on to our actual keys to success portion. Now I'm going to have a thing where we're going to have on the screen, it's going to say Jose's keys to success, and you're going to give us some kind of a quote or a motto, any kind of a thing that sticks out to you or that you feel like you would like to push forward as like your statement to leave behind from, you to other locksmiths or other professionals or just people in general.
Okay. For me, I want to say, treat people how you would like to be treated.
That's dope. I love it. Cool. All right. And I guess now we can go ahead and move on to letting everybody know that we are going to have some special offers going on for Jose. Thanks for being a guest today. You were great. You've been nothing but informational, like a wonderful second test guest. I can't wait to edit this together and show everybody in the world how great this is. Really, I feel like this has been very successful with your assistance. I really do appreciate you. We're going to have Jose's bundle of goodies, all the tools that he uses on a daily basis for his locksmith work on automotive or residential or commercial. We're going to put this together in the blog that we're going to have as companion to this actual video.
Nice.
Check it out right now. Links are going to be below. Links are going to be on screen. Once again, if you missed out on any of the codes, make sure you go back and watch this entire video. Jose, any thing you want to say on your way out here, man? Because we're going to close up here.
Honestly, I just want to say thank you for having me. It's always great to work with you, Louie. You know, I appreciate everything you always do for us here, and all your work is noticeable, brother. Thank you very much. Man.
Appreciate that, dude. It's really nice of you, bro.
Of course.
And thank you once again for being a guest on our second test episode. We appreciate all the locksmiths out there. Thank you guys for all the hard work you're putting in every day, working the many, many long shifts you do each week. Your over 60-hour weeks are appreciated by us, and I'm sure by your families. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day, a great weekend. Whatever you're going to do, look out for the next episode coming out next. It's going to be starring Brian Suggs, a great friend of UHS. Check it out, coming out real soon. We'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.
Peace.